When my two brothers and I were alone in that room, the silence carried more weight than any argument we had ever had. The clock ticked softly on the wall, each sound echoing through the space like a reminder of everything that had gone wrong. The air smelled faintly of dust and old wood, the scent of a home that had seen too many years and too many secrets buried beneath laughter. I sat on the edge of the bed, my hands trembling slightly, while my younger brother stared at the floor, his jaw tight, his eyes glassy as if fighting back words he couldn't say. The oldest of us stood by the window, his back turned, the pale sunlight tracing the outline of his shoulders. He always tried to appear strong, like the glue that kept us together. But that day, even he looked broken, his chest rising and falling unevenly, his hands gripping the windowsill so hard the veins in his arms stood out. I could see his reflection in the glass, his face twisted in something that looked like pain mixed with disbelief. None of us dared to speak first, as if opening our mouths would shatter what little peace the room still had. It was strange. We had shared that same room when we were kids. Back then, it was full of laughter, small fights and midnight stories whispered under blankets. The wooden floor had heard our dreams, our fears, our promises. But now that same floor felt heavy, like it was holding all the words we didn't want to say aloud. My younger brother finally lifted his head, his voice shaking when he said, "I wish things had been different." That one sentence cracked something inside all of us. The eldest turned around slowly, his eyes red, his voice barely a whisper when he replied, "We can't change what's done." The air grew colder as the sun slipped behind the clouds, casting shadows across the walls. I could feel my heartbeat in my throat, each thud reminding me that some moments leave marks you can never wash away. My eyes wandered to the photograph on the bedside table. The three of us standing with wide smiles, our mother's arms wrapped around us. That picture suddenly felt like a lie, like a promise none of us kept. Tears stung my eyes before I could stop them. I didn't want to cry in front of them, but the weight of everything, the truth, the guilt, the years of pretending, broke me. My younger brother reached out, his hand resting hesitantly on my shoulder. The eldest joined us, pulling both of us into a silent embrace. For the first time in a long while, we weren't three people divided by what had happened. We were just brothers, broken, hurting, but still holding on to the last pieces of what family meant. Outside, the wind rattled the window pane, carrying away the last echoes of our silence. Inside that small room, surrounded by memories and regret, something unspoken passed between us. Forgiveness, fragile but real.